So Batman's got a bat on his chest. Spider-Man's got a spider on his chest. Who do you think this guy's name is?
Skullman.
Oh, baby, punish me if I do you wrong. Oh, but darling, promise me you won't stay so long. Yeah.
The Punisher is popular.
Perfectly popular in pretty much people's persuasion.
Yeah, he's been around for a while, came from the comic book world.
Yep.
Sort of an odd character, really, isn't he? He's not really a superhero.
Definitely not a superhero, he's very much an anti-hero. The Punisher first appeared in the 1970s in an issue of Amazing Spider-Man, where basically he was hired by a villain called the Jackal to kill Spider-Man. And he was pretty much a bad guy at that stage.
There's been a few movie versions of Punisher.
Unfortunately, yes,
Yeah, they haven't been
yes.
very good. But the latest one, the Netflix series with John Bernthal playing Punisher,
Yep.
was very, very good.
Yep.
And it's sort of made him very, very popular again. But this toy here is more to do with the comic version?
It's definitely from the comics. This version is kind of an interesting mix. He's very much the classic sort of 80s Punisher. He's got the black bodysuit with the bright white gloves and boots and the big old skull on his chest.
Yeah.
Never really made much sense in terms of an actual practical costume, especially for someone who has no superpowers and just uses guns. He might as well have a big old target on his chest saying, shoot here. But this is kind of modelled after the way that he looked in Punisher War Journal, which was a couple of... during the 80s, the Punisher was very, very popular to the point that he supported not only his own series, but also a couple of extra series as well. So you had The Punisher, you had Punisher War Journal, and you had Punisher Warzone, as well as a Punisher magazine, and he was just one of the hottest characters around.
We're nothing but white blood cells, hunting the infection called crime.
This toy's from the Marvel Legends line.
Yep, Marvel
Yeah.
Legends.
So is this a newer one or a slightly older one, or what?
This is a relatively newer one. This was from a couple of years ago, and I think it was actually a Walgreens exclusive in terms of rather being mass market, available in one of their regular waves, he was just sold as a solo figure on his own, which kind of explains why he had a bunch of extra accessories. He's got a rocket launcher, he's got a machine gun, he's got a little tactical shotgun, plus a couple of different heads.
Why has it got a couple of heads?
Well, this one's kind of gone for the bandana look, which he had during some of those early issues of War
Like
Journal.
Karate Kid or something.
It was the 80s.
Yeah.
Bandanas were cool.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to have that particular sort of look, then you can go with the more regular grizzled Frank Castle face on there, and just go with that, which you can also use that opportunity to sort of take off his web gear as well, and just be more sort of completely classic Punisher rather than really geared up.
You know, the comic book designs from those days, the 70s and 80s, translates well into toy form. It might not translate into real live action form so much, but into toy form it does, and I think it looks really, really cool. And you can see this three-dimensional version of him. You can see why it's so appealing, why it's so striking.
Yeah, those original designs really do provide a great deal of material to be able to work with from there. As a sheer pop culture sort of emblem in action figure form, it looks great.
Imagine if you could do a live action version that did look like that and pulled it off. That would be quite something. I mean, they can't even make Superman work, can they? You know, they got rid of the red undies and pretty much toned down the blue completely. And
yeah, and that worked out really well. So that's the Marvel Legends Punisher from Hasbro. Awesome, awesome figure.
absolutely, if you guys like them, let us know down below. Don't forget to thumbs up our video and subscribe to the channel. We're out of here for now.
But we'll be back with a vengeance. And maybe a Netflix spin-off.
Oh, baby, punish me